This is New Jersey. It's not the reality TV show version of New Jersey, but real life. Sometimes to find that means looking just beneath the surface. This, specifically, is the Long Beach Island region of Ocean County at the famous New Jersey Shore. Some people call it the shore. We call it the beach. We call it home. We have 4 distinct seasons. We have our own version of beach culture and a pretty tight community. We live our lives on the water, and yeah, that's pronounced water. This is the Long Beach Island region as you've never seen it. There are a few things that give a sense of place like food. We don't have any chain restaurants on LBI, and we like it that way. It's real, it's local. For a lot of the year, regional farms and fishing provide pretty well for us. But if you take a closer look, we've got amazing and delicious food sources right here in our bay and on our island. The blue-clawed crab can be found in bays and estuaries from New England to South America, but they're famous in the Barnegat Bay for their brilliant coloring and that delicious sweet meat. They've been a food source since the native Lenni Lenape and a major part of the bayman lifestyle, a heavy influence on our culture here. The blue claw is an omnivore. It eats clams, plants, small fish, pretty much whatever it can scavenge. And they can be nasty little suckers. After lying dormant in the mud for the winter, blue claw crabs emerge and start feeding in the late spring. Crabbing, cooking, cleaning, and eating crabs are traditions that go back generations.
Like this. Try it.
Richie Selk of Beach Haven West is a commercial crabber. He supports his family catching crabs in the bay. He starts in May, and then right into October, there are literally no days off.
I've been driving a boat since I'm old enough to sit there, 2 years old. We had a house over on Long Beach Island, and I got a really deep love for it. When it's really, really good, you are really, really exhausted because it's a physically demanding job. You hook the buoy, pull the trap up, you dump it in the cull board and pull the old bait out, put new bait in. As you drive up on the next buoy, you throw it over. They get sorted number 1s and number 2s, and the females all got to go in their own basket. I build my own traps, so it takes up a good part of the winter putting the traps together and painting the buoys and rope work and boat work, and going out there on the bay is actually the easy part of the whole thing.
He delivers the crabs right to Mud City Crab House in Manahawkin, and people love him.
In the summertime, when the crabs come in, I see Richie coming in with 10 bushels. The first step is for Eric to start sorting them. Our crab is completely different than any other blue claw crab that we get from anywhere else. The flavor is tremendously sweeter. So if you order a Maryland-style crab, we sprinkle seasoning on them and we throw them in our steamer. Cleaning a blue claw crab, it's not an easy process. I love the families that come here year after year for the crabs. They're my favorite people.
You want a bite?
Especially when you see kids digging into the crabs with the brown paper and their fingers, and they're covered head to toe with seasoning and they're picking the crabs. It's amazing.
Well, it's fun for the kids, you know, like that's basically what it's all about.
When you say the word crab to me, I go right back to 1977, sitting on my grandmother's back porch in Beach Haven West. We wanted to evoke that feeling.
My grandmother had a house in Surf City. We'd go out on the boat, catch crabs, bring them back, clean them. We ate them with the lids on, as we say, cooked them live.
The blue claw crab is not only important to my business, it's important to our whole economy. We bring $4 billion a year into New Jersey tourism through Barnegat Bay.
You know, the health of the bay is really important. So many people that actually make their living off the bay.
The Barnegat Bay is a treasure. Everything relies on the health of Ocean County's watershed and what we're doing to protect that environment.
That morsel right there is the pride of our bay. When there's plenty of money and it's good, it's easy to be happy with it. The trouble is being happy with it when it's really, really bad. And if you're not out there for the bad, you'll never know the good happens. If you're happy when it's bad, then, well, that's when you know you picked the right thing.
If you think the crab season is short, Jersey tomatoes are even more fleeting. the roadside farm stands to our backyard gardens, we love these tangy fruit/veggies, but they only grow July through September, and then they're gone. Jay Van Dorn lives in Barnegat Light. He grows tomatoes in his yard just between the ocean and the bay. It's bigger than a garden, but not quite a farm. It's unique. It's got flavor, just like Jay, just like Jersey tomatoes.
I've been born and raised here on the island. Gardening was a way of life for us. You guys gotta come on in and we'll pick tomatoes. Being the youngest of 6, I would follow Dad's footsteps and we grew our own food. I got boxes to fill, so I just pick them like mad when we get the good weather here. There is no day off. Every day there's something like this ready. You know, so you gotta get it off the vine. If not, the varmints are gonna get you. This is called a sweet treat tomato. It's like a golf ball, pink golf ball. These things are unbelievable. I mean, this is the state of New Jersey, and this is where it's at, right here. Now here we're picking this chocolate cherry. It's called the Cho-Cho. Again, very, very sweet. You gotta find one that's real nice and brown. This is a heavy, heavy producer. Like, you gotta be kidding me, you know? Like, look, this is really one of my favorites. I love them both. I love the sweet treat, and I love the chocolates. I haven't had my breakfast today. I have to eat. Now this variety here is called a green grape. It's really brand new variety. Here's a new red cherry variety. It's called a Harmony. It's got a little bit more meat to it. There's no chemical in the garden. Just try a few different varieties, and then when you get the ones you like, they're the ones you're gonna grow. It's very hard to teach somebody this. I mean, to have a passion to come out here and just, this is what you do. You're looking at a guy who lives, eats, and sleeps and breathes a freaking tomato. And the proof's in the pudding, and this is it. The tomato. This variety here is the Golden Rave. This is what they look like, folks. I mean, it's a true Easter eggs of the summer. I like to pick them with the hat on, keeping that hat on right there. And it just seems to me that preserves the freshness of the fruit. It's virtually very little handling. Straight off the vine, straight into this box, shipped, 4 miles right down the road. Black-eyed Susan and Harvey Cedars into his back door, his kitchen, and then he's ready to rock and roll.
All summer long, Jay gives his several types of tomatoes to his friends and neighbors, and he delivers the best of the crop to Black-eyed Susans and Harvey Cedars. They get used in all kinds of dishes, most notably an appetizer called Jay's Tomatoes.
One year, I believe I was working at a restaurant in Barnegat Light, and he would show up and he would sell them tomatoes and basil.
You can tell these are from Jay.
Usually, he just shows me a truck bed full of tomato varieties. As many varieties as we could get on the plate, we put it on the plates. We have the Momenteros, the Momos like he calls them, some Yellow Boys, chocolate cherries, a couple Golden Delicious in there as well too. It's called Jay's Tomatoes. We harvest our own sea salt, we make our own farmer's cheese, and we put our own grilled sourdough onto it. But his tomatoes are the main focus. Grew up in Barnegat Light. This was always a family destination. Started cooking in 1994, graduated from the Culinary Institute of America. So in here we have the accompaniments to the tuna, Adirondack blue potatoes, roasted fennel and shishito peppers, and Jay's tomatoes. Met my wife in 1998. She's a chef as well, graduate from the CIA. We knew we wanted to open up a restaurant here, especially on the north end of the island. Because of our training, our experience throughout the world, we're able to bring technique and ingredients that are found here to the table. We have people coming back for that reason.
I think that the flavor of food is so much better when it's not caked with pesticides and all that stuff. It melts in your mouth. It's so delicious. Right. I mean, Jersey tomatoes are good, but these are even better than normal. I think people have a bad impression of New Jersey if they've never been here.
Yeah, I didn't know that this was sourced here on LBI.
This place is unique. We have great weather, great sun, great atmosphere. Coming back to Long Beach Island and the area, seeing it develop to what it has now, it's wonderful.
Now that I know this is sourced on LBI, it's crazy. Now I like it even more.
People want that. People want to know that they're trying to get everything close to home.
Christopher is unique in that way. I mean, he's going to go get a local fresh product, cooked that night, displayed that night, sold that night. That's how he rolls. Just to be a part, a little bit of that with him is really incredible.
Jay's Long Beach Island, Jay's Barnegat Light. He is. He has the energy that none of us could really have for what he does. He's meticulous in what he does, and it shows in everything.
These are incredible.
Love Jay. I do.
It's like anything. When you find something that you really, truly enjoy, it's not work no more, fellas. This is all fun and games. When I was a little kid, I used to go outside and play. This is what I've learned to do my whole life. I was digging in dirt, and this is the end result, is picking these tomatoes.
These are just a few stories from the Long Beach Island region. Keep an eye out for countless more in future episodes when we start scratching just beneath the surface.
Shoplifter and a mister, I'm sure she's up in your door.